Live already?
Yeah. Can I do Instagram Live and here? Oh, I gotta connect to your phone. How am I gonna do that though? My phone's Wi-Fi hotspot here. I can't hotspot, right?
You're asking the wrong person.
Let's see here. Let's see if it'll let me go. Try to connect. Oh snap! What's going on here?
Wait, are you online?
I'm online. I'm online. Yeah, I'm
What's the
online.
point of having two of them?
Two of what?
This
There's Instagram Live and Facebook Live. Two different audiences, bro. Come on,
no
man.
joke, right?
No joke.
So you still need me to do the hotspot then, right?
No, I'm good.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'm good.
Oh, okay.
I'm good. You know, how does it look there? Let's look there. I'll be sitting there, right? So I'll be sitting
You
there.
already live them?
Yeah, we're already live.
Yeah?
Yeah, man.
Come on.
Where are you at? Rod's there, and I would be here with the guy. The black shirt is right. I think.
You're right there.
I'll be right there.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. All right, so right here.
On Instagram, though, I gotta go like that.
So right here. Yeah. You can't see people's comments on Instagram Live, unfortunately. I'm like far away. So
Should I turn it a little bit?
I don't know if that's gonna help. How would it help? How would it help there? Yeah.
That's probably better.
Can you see a little bit? Maybe.
Man, you're talking about read it?
Yeah.
I'm old.
Not
See your
that
boy
old.
Wesley's on.
You're not that old. All right. All right. So let's get it going here. All right. So welcome to episode 10 of the Qierre Show. Part 2 of Market Talk, where I interview different real estate professionals in the industry and get their take on what's going on. So today we're going to talk about what is title. And I have my buddy here, Grishaber. He's a North American title rep. And before Ross starts talking about title, I have to give out a shout out to today. Today is International Women's Day. So I want to say thank you to all the women out there. We love you. We appreciate you. And without you guys, none of us would be here, right? So shout out to all the women out there. Keep doing what you guys are doing. We love you all. We support everything that you do. Now, Rod, what is title?
So title, it's kind of a tricky question. I think a lot of people always ask what it is, and it's not something that you can really just explain with a blanket answer, right? So, basically, technically, it's the owner's right, so your buyer's right to possess and use the property. So, basically, what a title insurance policy does is it insures your buyer from any, title defects or anything that would have happened in the past that could affect them. So basically, you get a title insurance policy, and your buyer now feels they got free and clear title from the point that they bought their property.
Oh, wow.
In a nutshell, that's kind of what it is.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, I remember I was telling you that I saw somebody ranting online about how they need title insurance, they need it, they can do the title search themselves and find out if there's any issue with title or anything like that.
It's not, though. It's very detailed. It's not something that's super easy to really look and research. It takes them a long process. There you got to figure they're going back sometimes all the way back to the deed where the builder, first sold the property out, and then kind of retracing the steps back from there. And people, the general public, they tend to kind of do things, that they shouldn't.
Right.
They start deeding back and forth to different family members and kind of messing up their chain of title, maybe deeding into one entity and out of it, into their trust and out of it. And we really have to make sure that, the right people sign that should have signed those deeds, and so that there's no break in title. So there's so many other reasons too, but that's kind of basic and more simple answer.
Now, I know you mentioned the whole deeding properties in, on, and off and stuff like that. I think one of the clients that we're working with, are we kind of dealing with that situation right now?
Right. Yeah. So you're talking about the one that you had called me on.
Yeah.
So you had a real ugly one. And you know what? Sometimes there's situations, and I've seen it all, where people completely destroy their ownership. Sometimes you even see people that are deeding off the property that were never even on the property in the first place, and so it really creates major clouds. And so what I used to do, me being in title for over 20-something years, I was a title officer, so I would review all this myself. Now I'm in sales. I'm a sales title rep, but it kind of gives me the opportunity to help people a little bit different than most title reps are able to do, because I kind of know what to look for, and I kind of know how to help people figure out how to fix, whatever they've messed up. So.
That's good. And like you mentioned, obviously you're a title rep now, but you used to be a title officer. So what's the difference between a title rep and a title officer?
It's a big difference. Basically I've been, like I said, 21 years now, I think it is, in title. Many of those years as a title officer. And what a title officer does is, when the file gets open, so when your buyer or your listing, when you guys go into contract, go into escrow is going to open up title, and then what title has to do is they have to research the property, like I said, from sometimes all the way back to when the builder first sold the property, and title works with escrow to make sure that we clean up anything that needs to be cleaned up. So title basically creates the preliminary title report, right? And that's kind of the starter that goes out to escrow, goes out to you, goes out to all the clients, and then title's basically telling escrow, hey, this is what we need in order to clear this up so that we can close the transaction and ensure clear title. So as a title officer, I'm the one that takes in the documentation that's given to me, review it all, make sure it's sufficient, and then I'm the one that would basically underwrite my file and say, okay, we're good to close. Once you're ready, once the funds are in, we're ready to close. So that's basically the difference. As a title rep, most reps, they're good reps out there. I never talk bad about reps at all, but they don't really, most of them don't have the background that I do have, just for the fact that I was a title officer. I mean, I'm still learning I'm not a title officer now, but there's things that still change within the whole title world that it takes almost those whole 20 years to really get a good grasp on it and really understand things. So, I've seen so many crazy things on title reports, and it just kind of, it helps me to be able to fix it. So, title reps are great. They're going to help you with farming and all those tools, and, all of us title reps can do that. The one thing I think that does separate me a little bit is the background, the knowledge. Some people want to learn too.
Absolutely. And when he's talking about farming, he's talking about for real estate professionals. So the term farming comes from when you actually take a specific area and you market yourself. So that when you said farming, that's what he's talking about. Assisting realtors to market ourselves, our services, and our customer service and so forth. So that's what he's talking about when it comes to farming. But one of the things I like about working with Rod is, like you said, he was a title officer before, which means that he actually has experience with dealing with contracts, with dealing with complex situations, calling different people from different areas of the process. And now, as a title rep, he's more out there, more on the face side of things, introducing himself, talking about, the experience and the servicing types of realtors. So that's what I like about Rod. He has both of those sides too. And I've actually had Rod talk to several of my clients, even some of them that haven't actually sold their houses yet, just to go over title with them and also explain the steps they need to make in order for them to move to another direction. And he also helps with refinance as well, correct?
Yeah, so I mean, with title insurance, when I'm dealing with you, we're dealing about purchases. So you're dealing with a homeowner's policy, but there's also the lender's policy as well. So, I deal with refinances and purchases as well. So it's basically the same thing. In a homeowner's policy, though, you're insuring the buyer, where in a lender's policy, you're insuring the lender, and you're basically insuring their lien position. So you're insuring clear title from the time that you close and into the past. But what they're getting as a lender is that confidence that their lien position is where they want it to be.
Absolutely. So when it comes to title insurance, like I said, I hadn't heard that guy ramping about title insurance and why you need it. And I actually had a client recently ask me, why do we actually need title insurance? So is there a way to actually sell a property without having title insurance?
I mean, anyone can draw up a grant deed, and I can deed my property to you on a deed, and you can think you own it, and maybe you do, maybe you don't, but you're never going to have that real peace of mind unless you go and get title insurance on that property. Right. I mean, the thing that you're really protecting it is okay, you're going to buy a property that's going to be your biggest investment, right? And so you want to take a chance that out of nowhere somebody comes out and says, hey, I never deeded off my portion of this this ownership of this house. I was an heir to the property way back when, and I own part of this property, and now I'm going to sue you. Or maybe there's some lender or a lien holder that says, hey, I have a lien against the prior owner, and I put it against this property, and so now I'm suing you. Well, if you don't have title insurance, then you're going to have to defend yourself, pay attorney fees, and deal with it. However, if you get title insurance, then what you do is you say, hey, I got this title insurance policy. I'm going to take it to whatever title company I use, and I'm going to say, hey, I got these guys coming after me saying they own this property, saying I owe them money. This is on you guys. You guys gave me this policy, so you guys handle it. And then that's what they have to do. So they're going to have to, look at it. They're going to open up a claim. They're going to look at it, and then if it comes to where they maybe did miss something, they're going to have to be the ones that defend it in court, pay for the attorney fees and such. So, every situation is an individual case. Every title company is going to look at it, each situation individually, and make sure that everything was disclosed. But, there's things like forgery. They might think there might be someone that says, hey, I see a recorded grant deed with my name, but I didn't sign that. Someone forged my signature, so it protects you against that as well. I would say forgery is probably the biggest claim that title companies have to pay out on is forgery. So yeah, it is a big issue. I mean, you'd be pretty crazy to really buy a house without it, and you're taking a big risk.
Well, absolutely, for sure. And I like the fact that you said, you have title insurance, and someone out of the woodworks comes out and says, hey, hey, I'm part owner of this, or maybe it's some lien holder says, hey, you owe me this. But the fact that you have title insurance, you guys will actually go to bat for them, and if anything needs to be paid, you guys have the insurance to actually
you think about the amount of money that a title insurance policy really costs, it's nothing compared to what you end up having to pay out if you get into a situation like that. So, it's necessary, it's needed. So,
yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So, have you seen any indications of what's going on in the market? I mean, are you noticing maybe more sales, less sales? What do you see on your side?
I think honestly, it's a pretty healthy market. I think a lot of people, the past couple months were a little bit nervous, thinking the market was shifting or doing weird things. It's a healthy market right now. I think just in new openings, refinances, and purchases, I think last month was pretty good. This month was pretty good too. I know everybody's different, but I think with the rates still being real low, especially historically, they're super low. I think more buyers are able to qualify, and maybe the ones that were on the fence are starting to make a move, deciding they want to buy now. So I think it's healthy. I know a lot of people have different theories, but I'm not too nervous about it.
That's great. I feel the same way. I think what we're seeing is that the market is normalizing. Because in the last few years, when you put a house on the market today, it gets 17 offers, it gets sold over this price. That's not a normal market. Homes are supposed to sell in the market for a while. Homes are supposed to have maybe 1 or 2 or 3 open houses. Homes are going to have to do market and advertising to sell. Homes are not always going to get so many multiple offers that's going to drive the list price. You know what I mean? Sometimes you're going to have to either list at the right market value or be okay with doing a price reduction because you maybe came on at a higher price.
I think buyers are more smart and more aware these days, and I think they've heard all the rumors that prices are coming down. However, prices might be coming down a little bit, but you're still getting an incredible value for your house if you're selling right now. So, sellers are still making great money on the sale of their home, and buyers, with the rates being pretty good right now, are able to get into the house that they want, and they don't feel like they're overpaying, So I think it is, like you said, it's more of a normal market, and it's probably the way it should be.
Well, absolutely, for sure. Yeah, that's a good point, like you said. Buyers now are definitely more knowledgeable, and I think it's just with the technology out there. Buyers, with the different real estate apps and having access to all this information, they're definitely more educated buyers than they were, previous years. So that's definitely a factor that sellers have to understand if they do decide to sell a house. Like, you're dealing with more educated buyers. Right. You're dealing with a buyer that can be like, okay, your house is listed here, but on Destinate it's here.
Oh yeah. They have the opportunity to see what is there, probably like 10 different websites out there, plus whatever the different realtors are sending them
Absolutely.
to see. So, yeah, they have every avenue to see what the true value of the house is. So, they know whether they're overpaying or not, and if it's something they want. And plus, they have to appraise for the value. So, whatever the property appraises for, that's going to really determine what the sales price should be anyway. So,
Absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, that's very important. So, I mean, if you are a seller out there and you are thinking of selling, you definitely want to make sure that the agent that you hire is actually giving you up-to-date information. Because, I mean, for instance, like CoreLogic is a website that a lot of these economists and experts look at, but a lot of their data is 3 months behind. You know what I mean? So it's like you're looking at something it's March now, right? But the data that you're actually referencing is data back in December. You know what I mean? And the market has changed from December to March. Our past December was like the lowest that we had in like 6 years. A lot of that obviously had to do with the government shutdown. But if you're going off of like CoreLogic, like I said, you're looking at data that's 3 months behind, as well as that data is actually looking at more of a global scale. I mean, they're not looking at Southern California. They're not looking at Orange County. They're taking it as a globe as a whole. So what you want is you want to get information from a local realtor that actually knows the area very well, and actually providing up-to-date information. So that's definitely something that you want to do.
I think too, we're headed into the spring and the summer, and notoriously the holiday months are always a slower time. So, I think we're headed into a real good time, a real good market. I think there's going to be a lot of activity, and I think there already is. So.
Absolutely. Well, like I said, I mean, Rod, he's a great guy. He's very knowledgeable. Like I said, I've had him talk to some of my clients that haven't even put their house on the market yet, and he's willing to sit down with them, explain their situation, and determine what the right route is. And I appreciate that from him. That's why he's my guy. I mean, when it comes to title, Rod's the guy I trust with all my clients. He answers the phone, he answers text, and he's a family guy like myself. I have one daughter. He has a couple daughters. He has a son. So obviously he has a larger family, and his kids are all older. So
I'm older.
and he's
a lot older.
Yeah, but he doesn't look it. He still looks like he's like in his 30s. So you know what I mean. He's still rocking out. He stays healthy, and yeah, man. I mean, fairly knowledgeable guy. Obviously, if you guys have any questions for him, I'm gonna put Rod's information here and the contact information here. Absolutely, and thank you guys again for watching. If you guys have any questions at all, you can always feel free to reach out to me, reach out to Rod's information here. You can call, text, email, DM, IM, smoke signal, whatever you guys want to do. You can always reach out to us. We're actually at the Anaheim Packed House. That's where we're located because it absolutely did. But like I said, if you guys have any questions, feel free to ask. This will be saved, so you can replay, share, you can comment, whatever you want to do with it. We appreciate it. Hope you guys have a great weekend. I don't think it's supposed to rain this weekend, or is it?
No, I think it kind of stopped. I think yesterday or last night was probably the end, hopefully, but we'll see. It's supposed to go to Big Bear next week. So.
Oh, absolutely. Oh, that sounds fun, man. Cool, man. Cool. Absolutely. You can do some skiing, snowboarding.
I don't think my back will let me do that anymore.
Okay.
But more just kind of hang out in the snow,
All right.
snowman,
build snowman.
go sledding. So.
Absolutely. It sounds fun, man. Absolutely. Well, thank you very much for taking your time,
man. I appreciate all you do for me, Qierre. I really do. Thank you.
I appreciate that. Thank you guys for tuning in. Have a great Friday. Have a great weekend. Do something fun. And like I said, for all you women out there, happy International Women's Day. We appreciate you. We love you. And without you guys here, you wouldn't be here. All right. Have a great day.